7 Action News, always taking action for you.
We have breaking news tonight. An escaped prisoner who led police on a nearly 15-hour manhunt has been captured.
Wayne County Sheriff Benny Napoleon is talking right now. Let's go live to him for the very latest.
This evening, Abraham Pearson was found walking in the area of Mount Elliott and I-94. We were alerted to his presence by some citizens. We dispatched a car to the scene from the Detroit Police Department. After a short foot chase, he was arrested and brought back in custody.
Sheriff, I understand it was undercover officers from number 11. Did he give them a hard time?
He tried to escape again, but he was caught.
Is it believed that he was actually in the area in Burlingame earlier when you did receive the tip, or was that possibly a false tip?
We have been searching the city, following up lead after lead after lead. I believed all along and said all along that I thought he was on the east side of the city of Detroit, and that's where he was found.
Do you have anybody else in custody?
Our deputy is fine. To question anyone else in custody, we have made another arrest in relationship to this, but how connected it is at this point, we do not know. It was on an existing warrant.
Does that come from the two people that were detained on Burlingame?
No.
This was the girlfriend.
Yes.
And so was she able to help lead you to this individual?
We aren't going to talk about that. All the information that we have related to any assistance that we have will come out once he is arraigned.
Can you talk about any additional charges he will be facing?
He is facing, I believe, 11 additional charges. He is looking at a significant amount of time, including being a fourth offense habitual offender.
Deputy Chief Tolbert, can you bring us up to speed on how DPD played into this tonight? Because you guys have been all over the place tonight as well.
Well, it's been a concerted effort. Along with the Wayne County Sheriffs, we've had the Customs and Border Patrol, MSP, just a numerous, even Highland Park, numerous law enforcement agencies in the area. And I'm telling you, it's just when we come together when an officer is injured or at a crisis situation, and it culminated with Officers Keesley and Shepard, who did an outstanding job responding to the scene, pursuing this dangerous individual, and taking him into custody without any further incident. So it's hats off to all the law enforcement community in this area at this time.
When he was picked up, was he armed?
Not that we know of.
What kind of help do you think that he got on the outside once he left the minivan that he had carjacked?
He didn't get a lot.
I'm sure that's going to be investigated.
You know, we made it very clear that anyone who was assisting him was looking at some very serious charges, and we were going to prosecute them as if they were involved in the assault on my deputy. So thanks to you and getting that information out early, we believe that he was not running into much success getting any help. I do want to add to, in addition to what Chief Talbot said, we had the FBI, Livonia PD, the ATF, Border Patrol, U.S. Marshals, and several other agencies that have assisted in this.
And last question, I know it's still early and there's an internal investigation going on, but anything more in terms of those safeguards being followed? Do we know any more specifics about who may have dropped the ball?
Now we need to know the how. We know the what. We need to know how it happened, and that's something that we're investigating internally.
Can you speak at least about the fact that two deputies needed to be there when those inmates were unhandcuffed, and why that didn't happen?
Again, those are those internal issues. The officers have an opportunity to make a statement. We are doing an investigation, and at the end of the investigation, as we always do, we will look to determine whether it was a policy failure or whether people did not follow the policy that's in place. It is too early to say which one was the cause.
All right, thank you.
Did you give any indication when you picked him up where he was heading to out of town?
He was headed to Florida, we believe.
To see family there, do you think?
We don't know who he's going to see, but we believe he was headed that way.
All right. Thank you, Sheriff Napoleon. That's Sheriff Benny Napoleon talking about how Detroit police arrested escapee Abraham Pearson after he was found simply walking along the service drive of I-94 trying to get a ride out of town. So after 14 hours, he's finally been caught. We're live from Detroit. Julie Bonovich, 7 Action News.
Yeah, the sheriff talked about a number of things and how so many law enforcement agencies helped in this, from the FBI to the Livonia PD. I think he mentioned Highland Park PD, Customs. So many people involved in this capture.
Oh, definitely. I mean, and they have been searching so long and so hard, and we had several different agencies out here. We were with them when they were doing grid searches and going to vacant homes and knocking door to door and just trying to check to see if Abraham was hiding anywhere, if Abraham Pearson was hiding anywhere. They even had the K-9 unit out, so definitely a long night for everybody involved.
And I'm sure a lot of neighbors are happy, including that recovering deputy who's at home still dealing with the stab wounds. I'm sure he's happy that this guy is in custody tonight.
Exactly.
All right, thank you so much, Julie, for the live report. Jeff, I'm going to send it over to you.
All right, thank you very much, Carolyn. Now, 7 is taking action for you by asking those tough questions about today's escape. The biggest question, how did Abraham Pearson get out? Earlier today, Sheriff Benny Napoleon said the attack may have been the result of understaffing at the jail. But now officials are investigating whether proper protocol was followed when an officer transports a prisoner. He's supposed to be met by a second deputy before the inmate's handcuffs are removed. It is unknown at this time if that second deputy was actually there. That investigation is, of course, ongoing tonight.